Hey, Tej here. Today we are taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on the main count, oops, not that one, this one, in which we are still looking at the C wave here coming from the highs of 22.8k. From these highs again, we had this as the B wave, and let me zoom in to show you the full count. Basically, we had an A wave here at the highs of 25.2k. Then we had a five-way structure into A, three-way structure into B, and now looking for a partner leg for this A wave. At the moment, as this definitely felt like a three-way structure, we're looking for this as a diagonal to come in. Now, today I'm going to be focusing on this very small time frame structure. Although it might not be helpful for any trades, I hope it might be helpful to understand how I'm navigating this part of the structure and what I'm expecting next to happen. So maybe that will offer you some knowledge there. So today we're just diving down into very small time frame and looking at these structures here. So again, this 5 minute even is too large of a time frame, so let's jump into a 2 minute time frame. In here, I'm going to be just showing you the whole count. Now, last time we were talking about this possibly being a three-way structure like ABC, three-way back, and another ABC. That is very possible, but I've seen people labeling this as a five-way structure as well, having this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Although this five-way structure or possible five-way structure here would be very abnormal, I feel like we could be labeling it as a running triangle, having this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It is possible, and inside the third here we would have this as an extended wave 1, 2, and then this would be 3, 4, and 5. Not the best look, because again we would have to subdivide this structure into 1, 2, and 3. But yeah, you get the point. To me, it feels a bit better with a three-way structure at the moment, but yeah, that's the gist of it at the moment. Now, since then, we've had this possibly as a W wave. This was a pretty nice looking five-way structure coming down into these lows. We did have that divergence between these lows, three-way pullback, another five ways coming down for this to end. Three ways up, then another, well, this structure was not really good looking. I feel like this is some kind of combination correction. ABC in here, pullback, and some kind of flat structure in here, creating a WXY down here. So three ways, three waves, and then some kind of three-way structure in here into X. Why I placed X here is just because of the next structure basically coming down. This is pretty good looking five ways, three ways, five ways, creating an ABC between these X and Y, ending the count down here. That has way better look than having the X in here, in which you would having this as a structure like this. So to me, the X is way better placed in here, although we do have higher RSI up in here. Okay, so that's the reason is how I'm getting to the wave Y. Now, yesterday was a very nice day of scalping, and in here I've labeled this as a five-way structure into an A, three-way pullback into B, and another five waves. Now this again hit the one-to-one target very perfect, as you see here. And this B wave, however, I did not get in here. I actually got in here already, and I de-risked around here because I did see this five-way structure to be forming. I was expecting a bit larger, lower correction, basically all the way down here or even down to here. That's why I de-risked half my position here. So I was actually expecting that this is going to be the first start or the first leg of that combination correction. And if we are looking at the retracement, we see that it did not even hit the 38.2. That is very bullish. Again, I was not expecting any five-way structure over these lows. That's why I actually took a short and closed my longs here, and again did get this very nice looking ABC. And here again we are measuring is we get to one of the targets. I was not taking profits up in here. I was taking profits in here, as I saw on a smaller time frame that we were actually losing momentum here. and well, maybe 15 seconds was it? Yeah, 15 seconds. We are losing momentum here and starting to get those divergences in. Now we had two divergences at these lows. What do? Well, take profits and open the long setup. From there, again, from these lows, long open, and then we are riding that three-way structure, three waves into a W, then another ABC into X, and then ABC. Now at this moment I am looking at again possible short setups, because again we have taken out the previous high. The idea here was that we were creating a W, X and Y over here, taking out the previous highs because that is very typical, and then looking for some confluence here. Now this was very small time frame or small extension here, only the 0.618 here, but on smaller time frame we are again very close to that one-to-one target that we are looking at on very small time frames. And again, this was during the night. This is something that I did not catch. I was still in some of my long positions from down here, so I had a take profit on top of this previous high, and yeah, it definitely looks like we did come down, and this definitely feels like 5 ways. We did have that divergence coming down, and yeah, very large sell-off as again. Now, as that is very possibly a 5-way move, then we had a possible 3-way back into B wave, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks very good as a 3-way structure, and again, if we are measuring this, we see that actually we fell short of that one-to-one this time. We did have that divergence here. I was not again tracking this as I was sleeping, so yeah, these were the overnight plays if somebody is catching them. But basically this was very lucrative for me yesterday, this long especially here, and the longs from here, and yeah, short of course from here. So yeah, yeah, I actually took a short here that I did not capitalize at all. I got basically stop loss right above here, because I had this here and very tight stop loss. I did not want to have it like that, and especially if we have a structure coming off so high or so fast here, I definitely felt like keeping this stop loss here. Of course, it is possible that we created a 3-way structure like that as a connector wave for this, but yeah, it could have done that, it didn't, so I got stop lost out of that. So that was, I think that was the only losing trade there, and I basically lost, well, nothing. Basically, let's see, 0.1%, or 0.1%. So yeah, basically nothing, just basically the fees of the trade. So what am I looking at next? Well, at the moment, I do think that we have this as a 3-way structure. Another 3-way structure in here. It looks very nice. This is just the short that I took on these highs, basically just as I was waking up today. Again, small time frame plays, having this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then possible diagonal in here. I have the entry of 19.614, let's see, 614 right here, and still riding that short. I'm expecting us to come down quite a bit still, as you see the wave Y down here. Of course, there's many ways, different ways to label this, but I'm still looking at very short time frame plays, just like these. This should be good long opportunity. This should be a good short opportunity, at least on my mind. And yeah, to connect these, I'm thinking this kind of structure. So if we are zooming out a bit, let's go back to 2 minute. We would be looking for some kind of a wave Y here to create a larger structure like this. So overall, I would be expecting us to take out this high before, or for this wave Y to be taking place. So this actually should be a degree lower. So I feel like we might be doing something like that. Of course, this can come down deeper, but we don't know of that yet. And then we would be getting up in here. Again, I don't really have good targets, as we have already retraced this higher time frame target well beyond the golden pocket. So maybe the 786, but again, that would be very large of a retracement. I'm not really expecting that, to be honest. Overall, on higher time frame, again, this is what we would be looking for, is a partner leg for the A wave after the B wave is done. And the issue with this current count that we have is that this is starting to take quite a bit long time. That I don't really want to see this, to be honest. I would rather just to see it dump, but we just have to be playing these smaller time frames while these upper or higher time frame structures are building up. And sometimes I just feel like playing these even more than the higher time frames, because of these like one-to-one structures here. There's so many of these happening everywhere, and every time we have some kind of consolidation area. Sure, you could be playing this swing failure pattern here and taking the shorts based on that. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, that is just my style of trading here that I've shown you the examples of. Probably more examples coming, or more possibilities coming soon, I'm sure. But we'll see. But I feel like that is pretty much all I wanted to cover today. Not really much of any trading advice other than the setups that I showed you. Hopefully that is of some help here for you, and the reasons and the things that I'm looking for in trades. But if you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you next video. Bye bye.